In today's reading of Acts chapter 12, we'll be looking at Peter being taken into captivity and being rescued by an angel, and also the death of King Herod. And at the same time, Herod, the king, stretched forth his hands to afflict some of the church. And he killed James, the brother of John, with a sword. And seeing that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded to take up Peter also. Now it was in the days of Azimus, and when he had apprehended him, he cast him into prison, delivering him to 4 files of soldiers to be kept, intending, after the Passover, to bring him forth to the people. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing by the church unto God for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chairs, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, an angel of the Lord stood by him, and a light shined in the room. And he, striking Peter on the side, raised him up, saying, Arise quickly. And the chains fell off from his hands. And the angel said to him, Gird thyself, and put on thy sandals. And he did so. And he said to him, Cast thy garment about thee, and follow me. And going out, he followed him, and he knew not that it was true which was done by the angel. He thought it was a vision. And passing through the first and second ward, they came to the iron gate that leadeth to the city, which itself opened to them. And going out, they passed on through one street, and immediately the angel departed from him. And Peter, coming to himself, said, Now I know in very deed that the Lord hath sent his angel, and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod, and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews. And considering, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, who was surnamed Mark, where many were gathered together and praying. And when he knocked on the door of the gate, a damsel came to hearken, whose name was Rhoda. And as soon as she knew Peter's voice, she opened not the gate for joy, but running in, she told that Peter stood before the gate. And they said to her, Thou art mad. But she affirmed that it was so. Then they said, It is his angel. But Peter continued knocking, and when they had opened, they saw him and were astonished. But he, beckoning to them with his hand to hold their peace, told how the Lord had brought him out of prison. And he said, Tell these things to James and to the brethren. And going out, he went into another place. And when day was come, there was no small stir among the soldiers what was become of Peter. And when Herod had sought for him, and found him not, having examined the keepers, he commanded they should be put to death. And going down from the Judea to Caesarea, he abode there. And he was angry with the Tyrrhenians and the Sidonians, but they with one accord came to him, and having gained Blastus, who was the king's chamberlain, they desired peace, because their country were nourished by him. And upon a day appointed, Herod, being arrayed in kingly apparel, sat in the judgment seat, and made an oration to them. And the people made acclamation, saying, It is the voice of God, and not of a man. And therefore an angel of the Lord struck him, because he had not given honor to God, and was eaten up by worms, he gave up the ghost. And the word of the Lord increased and multiplied. And Barnabas and Saul returned from Jerusalem, having fulfilled their ministry, taking with them John, who was surnamed Mark. This is the word of the Lord, as read out of the Douay-Rheims version of the Bible. To help you further in your Bible studies, please consider clicking on one of these links that are coming up on the end screen.